Hi, I'm Dave, and you're listening to A Conversation with Angie and Mike, a podcast from Somewhere House, Somerset. Each episode, we meet people with inspiring stories, from local community groups to fascinating organisations, and explore how mental health has shaped their journeys. Somewhere House, Somerset is a small charity supporting people across Sedgemoor with counselling, group sessions, and community activities. To find out more, or get involved, visit our website or email info@somewherehousesomerset.org. Let's get in today's conversation.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
You need to talk right into your mic,
Yeah,
as if it's like a lollipop.
You've got to eat
There we
it.
go.
It's almost like... It's,
Okay.
Will it go up any higher, that one, Mike?
I don't think that one will.
I don't have that
I can
problem.
leave.
I normally have this tiny little mic that's like down here because that's about as big as I am, so it's quite handy. Anyway, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Eddie Barnes.
That's enough.
See you next time.
So where are you from? Where do you live?
Originally, I'm from London, a place called Notting Hill. It was great growing up down there. Unfortunately, I got into bad habits. And ended up meeting Angie. And now I live in Bristol, which is brilliant.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a delivery driver.
What did you do before that?
For that, I was a lorry driver, warehouse manager, plumber, a gardener. I've had loads of jobs.
Why?
Because I always used to get bored because of my drinking, my drugs, and obviously my timekeeping was absolutely rubbish back in the day. Whereas today, I'm punctual and responsible.
Can you see those significant changes that you've made, like on a day-to-day basis,
God,
or do
yeah.
you take them for granted now?
I still notice that I am very punctual. I mean, like I said to you, it would be between 10 and half 10.
Yeah.
I think I arrived at
About 10 past 10. He's really early.
I'm terrible about it because when I was in the madness, time didn't matter. All that mattered was getting what I needed. Whereas now, time is precious. Whether it's family time or me time.
Yeah.
I love me time.
Don't we all?
Shut my eyes and start snoring. But I suppose that's down to the early starts of the day I have.
What time do you start?
Put it this way, Monday, I'm going to be leaving at 2:30 in the morning.
Where are you going?
I've got to go to Dagenham, which is about three and a half hours away. So it's a long old drive.
Why so early, though? Why
Because I know what London traffic's
not?
like.
So it's to avoid the traffic.
If I get to London at about 5:30, I know I can get right across it in an hour. If I hit London at 6:30, 7, it's going to take me 2-3 hours to get right across.
So you're not required to leave at that time. That's
No,
your prerogative
That's
to
my
do so.
prerogative.
But isn't that that's quite a positive attitude to have, though, isn't it, to your work when you?
And it benefits me
Yeah, that's right.
and the company, obviously,
Yeah.
because it saves on hours for the company.
Yeah,
They like to send me to London
because you know your way around.
because I know my way around and test it down there.
Yeah.
I was doing it for nearly a year while they were trying to find London drivers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we now have 2 London drivers, which I basically cover when they're sick or on holiday, which does mean that I can be sent down there at the drop of a hat. I can turn up on Tuesday and go, well, you've got to go to London again. Most times they'll put me down all week and they'll stick me in a hotel,
Yeah.
which is great fun. The missus loves it because I'm out of her hair. She likes her peace and quiet, whereas I can take it or leave it.
So what do you? I mean, I think that life, and a lot of people, and you've had to do this as well, Mike, when you've got that situation where you are living out of a suitcase. I've done it. I absolutely detested it. What I detested about it was I wasn't with my family and I'm sat in a hotel room at night time because I didn't feel very comfortable sitting in a restaurant on my own in certain parts because I used to do a lot of travelling all over the country and I was just, single woman. That's how people saw it. And it was quite threatening at times. It felt quite threatening. I'm not saying it was, but sometimes it felt quite threatening. So it took the kind of shine out of being away and being in a big city for me. But does that impact on you at all? Does that?
Not really, because A, I'm in my work clothes, so people know.
Yeah.
Walk into the hotel in a high vis, pretty obvious I'm at work. Don't tend to eat in the hotel. We use the same hotel week in, week out. The staff know me as well, which is nice. I've tried their food. It's pretty much microwave heating up, and no thank you. I'd rather have a McDonald's or pizza or whatever.
Healthy options then.
Yeah, healthy. I mean, that's the only downside is I don't eat healthily when...
Have you replaced your drugs and alcohol for food?
No, certainly not. Watches.
Watches? What, you buy watches?
I am absolute nightmare for watches.
You like a watch?
I like a good watch. Yeah, tell me more.
Within the job role, we go into a lot of what they call H&T pawnbrokers.
H&T, what does that mean?
It's their company name.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just basically pawnbrokers.
Why do you go into pawnbrokers when you do what you do for a living?
Because we also do washroom.
Oh, okay.
So sanitary.
So high
bins
sanitary,
and
yeah.
soaps and air fresheners and all that sort of stuff, which is the side of the work I don't really like.
No.
It's got to be done. Yeah, it's got to be done.
You go into these pawnbrokers, then you see lots of nice.
Yeah, lots and lots of cheap watches.
Come on, then tell us what watches you've bought and what deals you've
Or
had.
do you not want to tell us?
I might get in trouble if I tell you the whole truth. Put it this way, I bought one at Christmas. It was only about 300 quid.
Yeah.
Got it back, and then, I ordered it over the internet for a change. It didn't fit me.
Okay.
The band was too small. Oh, the hassle of returning something. I don't do that. So I've looked at it and I've gone, yeah, well, give us your wrist a minute, love. Do you like that? She went, yeah, it's very nice. I went, there you go, an early Christmas present.
Do you make money on them, though? Is there something,
No,
is there a profit?
I don't know what it is about them. I just like a nice watch.
So do you wear a different watch for different occasions? Is it a different watch every day? When do you
If
wear
I could wear one every day, I would.
Okay.
I wear a couple for work. Because obviously I don't want to break something that's
Yeah.
3 or 4 grand. I've got a couple that are around £300-400 that I wear for work. And then they go up in price.
I was going to say there's some that are out there. I mean, you just look at them, don't you? I love looking in shop windows and seeing what the prices of things are. And I think sometimes you look at them and you think, who is going to walk around with 20, 30, 40,000, 130,000 watch on your wrist? It's just a risk I wouldn't want to take.
Yeah.
Would you?
I've got friends that wear watches that are £20,000 or £30,000.
I could buy a horse with that.
You could.
But that's the difference, isn't it? Is that's your thing is a horse. Some people's it's a watch or a car or
What's yours?
a necklace or.
Know what yours
I'm not
is.
talking about me.
Yeah, no, come on. What is yours, Mike? Own up. Come
It's
on.
probably cars at the
Yeah,
moment.
it is.
Oh,
Big car fan.
I like a nice car, but I don't get to use it.
I suppose that's the problem when
Yeah,
you're a driver. You know, my uncle, he's retired now, but he was a lorry driver. But he always, whenever he was in the army, and when he was going through the army, he always used to come back from. He was posted in Germany a lot. He'd always come back with some kind of sports car, whether it was a Mercedes or a BMW or whatever, and it was always a nice German sports car, let's say. And yeah, then he retired from the army and became a lorry HGV driver. And I think he almost fell out of love with driving. And whilst he likes a nice car now, he doesn't really buy nice cars. It's funny, isn't it?
You lot all take the mickey at me because I don't really drive very far. I don't need to. I work from home most of the time. I go in the office as and when I need to, and any meetings I need to go to, it's not very far really, unless I go to London. But I don't use my car. I use a different car. And they all tease me because, like, sometimes I might have only done 1,000 miles in a year on my car, but it keeps its value. And then, so there is that side to it as well, that it actually does keep a value. But I love my car, but I'm not a car enthusiast.
I'm not an enthusiast, but I do like I appreciate a car. I like the old classics.
What's your favourite?
I like the old Scirocco's.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I used
I
to
really
have
wanted
one.
a Scirocco when I was growing up. When I was learning to drive, I really wanted a Scirocco.
They're very nice.
Oh, nice cars. They look dated now.
Yeah,
But
you still see the odd one here and there. and it always makes me smile. But yeah, I mean, I get to take the work van home.
Right.
So I literally walk out of my door, into the van.
Go to work.
I've started work.
Yeah.
And then I drive home in the work van,
Yeah.
clock out. A lot of companies don't do it that way. You've got to get to your first job first.
Crazy, isn't it? I don't know how they can do that if you're a van driver. Because if you're using the company car completely for your work, you are walking out of your house into your office effectively, your place of work your time of work should start from the minute you put the key in the door, really.
Yeah, I agree totally with that. And
somebody was telling me that somebody that they know works for a cleaning company and they don't even pay them the time when they're travelling between jobs.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It just
But
seems
that's the
completely...
same for domiciliary care workers. They only get paid the moment they arrive at a client's house or service user's house. So the moment they leave, again, they don't get the time in between. They don't get their travel in between.
I mean, the travel in between nowadays, I think it's still 45p a mile they pay. That can't be right.
They are
current.
looking into that, aren't they? There was
so.
Yeah, they are looking into it because it's not. That
not
can't be
fair.
right. It's not fair.
Especially when the petrol's gone up so much.
Yeah. Gosh, yeah. Who can afford that?
Yeah.
I've never looked at the price of petrol because I just think I need it. I'm going to get it. I'm kind of quite clear-minded about things.
I think I'm the same with everything on that. If I go shopping, I won't look at the prices. I know what I want. I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
Same with anything.
Are you like that?
Yeah, a little bit. So if it's something I need, you just have to pay for it. But there are things when I go shopping that I do look at and go, oh, that's a bit expensive. I did it with watermelon the other day.
With what?
With watermelon.
Oh, right.
So it was chopped up, ready to eat watermelon. I think it was like £4.50 for a tub that was not particularly big, like a takeaway container size. And I thought, oh, that's a bit pricey. But yeah, like things like milk and bread and tea, coffee, all of the kind of staples, I never look at the prices because I need it. I'm going to pay for it whether it's 50p more expensive this week or if it's £1 more expensive this week. I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah, it's funny you say about the watermelon because I always think if you buy it chopped up in one of those pots, I can taste the plastic in them and I absolutely cannot stand it. Yeah, so I'd rather buy a whole watermelon.
Do you know what, though? It's really hard to buy a whole watermelon now.
Is it?
Yeah. I've been into Waitrose and also Asda recently, and I can't. They don't have them. They've only got the chopped up ones.
Lidl. But I think that's where Victoria gets hers from.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so having got yourself a steady job and life has changed significantly for you, how do you get into a relationship? Because that's always a dodgy area for people who are changing their lives, isn't it?
It was. Actually ended up
kicked out because of it. Yeah, I just remembered that. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I quite often bring it up in the meetings I do in somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good...
Yeah.
At the time, I couldn't see it. But with foresight, I see exactly why the discipline was invoked onto me. Which I totally accept now.
Isn't it strange, though, when you're in a therapeutic environment, how that kind of attitude towards the people that are trying to help you as enemies, do you know what I'm saying? It's quite difficult to work in that environment.
I can believe it is. And it's quite a short career as well, isn't it? Not for you as the owner, but for the actual counsellors.
Well, it is and it isn't.
Quite a burnout rate.
Oh, I disagree with that. Yeah. A good counsellor who is looking after themselves properly shouldn't burn out. You should be, that's all I've done, all of my career, 40 years or 38 and a bit years of being a therapist. And I've never burnt out. And I think part of that is because I self-care. Yeah. A little bit like what you were saying, catching up on your sleep and doing that kind of stuff in your quiet time. And I've always read a lot. I always read. I read a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I get nagged by people not very far away from me at this moment in time if I'm not looking after myself. Yeah. I think you do. I think that's what it all it's just a bit like being a driver, isn't it? Yeah. It's like making sure your eyesight's proper and you've eaten a proper meal and you're not, not looking after yourself. Yeah. Because you were never big, were you? When you were in rehab, you weren't a big guy.
No, I was...
You were very fit.
I was.
What happened?
I think a lot of it is giving up the smoking as well as the alcohol and the drugs. Changed my metabolism.
Really?
I think so. I can't explain it any other way.
Nothing to do with the pizzas or the McDonald's?
No, because I do eat healthily at home. I do pretty much all the cooking, so I know what I'm getting. I like to cook now. Yeah. I've also had both hips replaced.
And does that make a difference?
I mean, it's made a hell of a difference to my quality of life.
Yeah, because you had a really severe limp, didn't you?
Yes, and then I think the transference of the extra weight onto the other side made the other one go.
Yeah.
So I've had them both done by the same surgeon.
Wow.
Because I was looking at it under the pretext of, if you get a kitchen fitted and you're happy, you're going to use the same builder, aren't you?
Of course you are.
So why doesn't that work with the surgeons?
Did you do NHS or did you go private?
It was NHS, but it ended up in private hospital.
Right.
Because it was, both of them, it was in the same hospital.
And was that in Bristol?
Spire, yeah, to be honest. And I've never looked back.
Why did it go in the first place? You're quite young when... osteoporosis.
Or whatever it's called. Stuff.
But a lot of that is linked to alcohol as well, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
And people don't realise that alcohol can be an irritant to it. I know somebody who had to have both their knees replaced and then both their hips replaced because of it.
Results aren't as good as the hip.
Really? Annie's had her knee done, didn't she? And she was absolutely fantastic. Okay. And she was recovered. I mean, she's remarkable. She had it done and she was up and about chasing the world around after a couple of weeks. She did amazingly.
I had my last hip surgery and I was up and walking the same day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I know from experience with the other hip that the sooner I start, the quicker it. And I mean, I was having trouble lifting my leg high enough to get my trousers on. I don't even think about it.
That's really good, isn't it? That's, shows you what difference it's made.
I'm not saying I can run.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, I haven't tried, if I'm totally honest.
Exactly.
I haven't had to run away from anything.
Yet.
Whereas before, that was quite a,
So comparing your life from before and now, how would you reflect on that?
I think the biggest difference is the calmness. I don't have to wake up in the morning thinking, what did I do? Who have I wronged? What do I have to watch out for today? I can just wake up and just go. I don't have to think, what did I tell Angie last night? What bullshit did I spin?
Yeah.
How much do I owe her? I don't have to worry about that.
And the consequences of your addiction, I mean,
I still have consequences of it. I still don't see my daughter. And that's okay. I've come to terms with that now. I'm under the realisation that as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, if my front door ever knocked or a phone call and I'm still sober, I have a chance at a relationship. And that is good enough for me today. I have 4. Well, she has 4 kids.
You've adopted indirectly.
That I've indirectly adopted, yes. We now have 8 grandchildren. Yeah.
That's an expensive Christmas.
It was, yes. I've come to the point now where we don't do a Christmas meal. We take them all out for dinner. It's so much less hassle.
But isn't it nice to be able to do that?
Yes, I certainly wouldn't have been able to do that before. Building a relationship with my sister again, which is really nice.
And something you never thought was going to happen.
No, I really didn't think it would happen at one point. All she ever wanted was her brother back. And today I'm able to be her brother. I might forget the odd things here and there. I'm human. But I make the best effort I can today. So if I've got a bit of free time when I'm in London, I'll give her a ring. Normally she's out the country, but if she's there, I can pop round. Which is something I never thought I'd be allowed into her house again. It took about 7 years just to get the glint out of her eye, if you know what I mean. The trust.
But that's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people that hit early recovery have this expectation that the family's going to open their arms and, embrace them warmly and say, oh, well done. But actually, like you said, it takes a long time to build a trust.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's so worth doing properly. As we always said, there are no shortcuts. You've got to go the long way round. Thank God I have.
But it's in that bit when you say about having to be asked to leave because of your behaviour, and in regards to women or relationships, it doesn't matter if male or female, but that those boundaries that are really strict, and we are quite disciplined about that, is that bit where it does shock you, doesn't it, into actually these are I need to set my own boundaries of what's okay and what's not okay.
I mean, I quite often say it was the second best thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Obviously the first was walking through the door. The second is getting kicked out. I always remember Richard. He gave me a pen. It's your strongest weapon. And today I still use my pen. I'm quite happy to write things down on a piece of paper and put them in my God jar. Be able to deal with that problem. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but...
And those little skills that you've created for yourself or been suggested and then you carry it on, it is that bit when, I mean, how long have you been clean now?
It will be coming up to 15 years in July.
Yet you're still doing that 15 years on. People always say to me, like, how have you sustained recovery? Because obviously I am too. And it's like, because I still do the same things. Yeah. I don't read my day-to-day book, but I do a reflection. I reflect on my day. I reflect on my gratitudes. I do that at some point during the day or at night time or in the morning or whatever. I'm not as good at praying as I used to be since James died. Other than that, but that's just that moment in time. It just makes me feel uncomfortable and I'd rather not do it. But other than that, I pretty much do exactly what was suggested.
As you say, life sort of does take over.
Yeah.
But without doing the basics, it's going to be pretty bad.
Because you're quite involved in fellowships, and sometimes I don't think people understand the fellowship necessarily.
Yes and no. I'm not as involved as I used to be. I'm away a lot.
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
Yes, there's no excuse for not going to a meeting if I need one.
Yeah.
Actually been to one there is beside the point.
Yeah.
The knowledge that I can if I need, that's what matters.
But having an understanding of how AA works, lots of people don't understand that, do they? The fact of the anonymity.
It's an integral part of my life. Without it, I don't think I would be here today. When I left Somewhere House, I was in a hostel in Bristol, a city I'd never been to. I was pissed off, upset, scared, anxious, didn't know what the future held. I had a choice that night to sit with all the foreigners who were in there watching the Euros and probably end up drinking with them, or get to an AA meeting. I made the decision to get to a meeting. The fact I never got to the meeting is immaterial. I got on the bus. The bus driver said, you get off at the bus terminal. To me, that's where the bus stops.
Yeah.
I'm a Londoner. That's where the bus stops. All change, get off.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. In fact, Bristol's terminal's halfway around the route. I didn't know.
Right.
So I've ended up, funnily enough, about a 10-minute walk from where I live today. So I got off the bus, got back on the bus, back to the action of going to the meeting.
The intention was there. Yeah.
It kept me sober.
And that intention is so important to keep that intention, isn't it? No,
yeah.
My intention today is never to pick up a drink, not to pick up a drink or not to pick up a drug or not to do anything that's addictive in a negative manner towards myself or somebody else. And it's having that kind of ability to hold on to that strategy and then demonstrate that in all of your life.
I find doing the meetings in Somewhere House very rewarding. I get to see the light come on in people's eyes. It's amazing to watch from week to week, or month to month as it is with me, the growth in people.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it's a privileged position to be in, isn't it?
Definitely.
I know for I've always felt that my job's a privileged job, but it's that the ability to see people change and grow. Yeah. And they might not stay in that change state all the time. And you and I know of lots of people that have not necessarily chosen that continuation of recovery as such, or not drinking or not taking drugs. But it's just nice to see some change in people. And in fact, this morning I was in a meeting and we just got a phone call to say that one of our old clients has passed away. And you think, oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Because lots of people, young people, when I say young, my friend's nan just died and she was 103. Do you know what I'm saying? Dave's dad's 90, is he 93 or 96? I can't remember. Something like that. And you think, you know, that's an old person, isn't it? That, you know, you don't expect somebody to die in their early 40s unless they've got some awful disease. But I suppose that's what alcoholism and drug addiction is linked to, that, isn't it?
It all comes back to that word, consequences. Too many people, ongoing consequences that they can never rectify. But AA's taught me, no matter what the consequences, I don't need to pick up a drink. I have absolutely no need to do something.
But I suppose if like people like yourself and myself that don't go to meetings necessarily regularly or don't hold a position in a meeting, the greeter or the person that runs the meeting or the person that does the treasury or the what's it called? Literature. If you don't do that, then what happens to the meetings? Which is wrong, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We need more meetings, not less.
Yeah.
Which is why I sort of offered to go into somewhere else, because if it hadn't been for the chap who was doing it when I was in there, I wouldn't have really entertained AA.
Because we're not an AA 12-step,
Exactly.
we're not a 12-step
program.
program.
That's why I chose you.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the steps and I went, well, I can do that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck am I doing that?
Yeah.
And actually today, I kind of enjoy doing that, which is really weird.
But is that about acceptance of who you are as a person?
I think it is. I accept myself today. I can look myself in the mirror. Yeah. I remember when I first came into somewhere else, they took the photo of me. And then when I went back, when I started AA, someone showed me my photo and I'm just like, who the hell's that? And they said, actually, that's you. And I'm like, nah, that's not me.
It is quite incredible, the change. It really is the change. You see people.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, I can remember a very dear friend of mine came in with very long hair, very large person. And today he's up scaling mountains and stuff.
Really? I want to ask
you know who it is.
I don't know who it is, actually.
Well, I don't want to say his name.
No, don't say his name. It's not fair. But yeah, but it is those significant changes, aren't they? I mean, I remember when I went into treatment, I was 5.5 stone. I now weigh 9.5 stone.
Well, you'll be coming up to what, 40 years this
year?
I
am, August. That's a long time to be.
20.
Well remembered. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that, I'm afraid.
And how long have you known me, Michael?
A few months.
Now we know you're lying. It is interesting who remembers, who doesn't, because my family have always celebrated it. Yeah. And it's always been them that's done the celebration, not myself. But I have thought about doing something this year because I think it's quite significant.
It's a hell of a milestone.
Yeah, it is. And it's not always something that is, I don't know, it's because if you have a party, if I had a party here, which I said, oh, we could have a party, everybody else is going to get drunk apart from me and my friends that are in recovery. Oh, you don't, because you don't drink a lot, do you, Michael?
No, not really.
But it is a milestone each time you get to that. And it's a reflective time, isn't it? Because I don't know about you, but when I have my clean time birthday, I always reflect on where I was the day that I made the decision not to use drugs or drink again, what my family circumstances were. It goes on and on and on.
Reflecting isn't my biggest strength. Mrs. sort of describes me as a deck chair. You know, the flannel laid back. That's me. She's going to be 20 years on the 10th. And that's a big accomplishment in itself. And she didn't go through rehab. Did she
13-step you in a meeting then?
No.
13-stepping, for those of you who don't know what that means, is generally somebody who is going to meetings to, in a sense, find themselves a relationship with somebody. And very often what happens is they take the very young people that have just come through the rooms, and we just do encourage people not to do that. They very rarely last. And
no.
end up in a bit of a mess at the end, sadly, and people die, which is why we don't encourage it.
Yeah.
So where did you meet?
We met at a meeting.
There's a contradiction there somehow.
It is, but neither of us were looking for a relationship. It's one of those ones that just happened. And, you know, it is a good story because 13, 14 years later, we're still together.
Yeah, and happy.
And happy, yeah. Growing. She's brilliant. I mean, she's going up Ben Nevis.
Yeah, no,
in
yeah,
a
she's
couple
doing
of
that. Yeah,
weeks.
she is, isn't she?
No, next week. Crazy.
And she's raising money for our charity, isn't she?
She is, yes. Because she didn't want to do like the big charities. She was, you know, I had absolutely no idea that she was doing sponsorship sort of in her head. And I was like, well, why don't you just do it for somewhere else? And she was like, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, we've got the ball rolling and... It's
absolutely amazing. I think there's somebody jumping out of an aeroplane this weekend to do it as well, to raise money for the charity. But it's that bit where Rob...
Crazy.
He's incredible. I mean, he's got another marathon coming up, isn't he?
Yeah,
is it next week?
I think it's, something like that. Yeah.
And you just think, it's so generous of people. But yet, like you say about the big charities, Rob couldn't do London because the London Marathon wouldn't allow them to do it for our charity.
No, they like the big charities.
It's crazy, isn't it? And it's the little charities that often have a bigger impact than
and need the support.
Yeah, and need the support.
But the beauty of it is it doesn't cost you anything to get sponsorship to do a smaller charity. Yeah. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, and we love it. We've had some odd things, haven't we?
We've had some really nice things as well. Like we've got a lady who's organising a charity dinner later on in the year who, you know, we don't know what the connection is with the charity, but yeah, she's organising that and we're hoping to support her with that. So yeah, there's lots of exciting things.
Just saying that, where I can't remember the date for that because I need to put that in my diary.
Yeah, I can't off the top of my head.
We need to do that and just kind of.
Yeah. I have contacted her, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Yeah, it's because I'd like to go if we're in the country. It'd be really nice to go. But I just think it's really important that if we don't have those kind of people that actually care about what we do and how many people we help. I mean, I think we've got about on the books about 110 people at this moment in time. We're not seeing 110. I think we're seeing about 82, and the others are in the proceeds of either being seen or on the waiting list. And that's a significant amount of people. On a weekly basis to be supported by some people come once a month. Most people get done on the same.
How many counsellors do you actually have outside?
So we have 5, 6 that do it on a weekly basis, and then we have we can get our hands on another 5. So if we need somebody in an emergency, like I don't see people from the charity. I see other people, but I don't see people through the charity. But I have, if it's been an emergency, and I just don't take a wage for it. I just do it for love, if you see what I'm saying. But I don't want that commitment. I don't want that 12-week. We offer people 12 weeks counselling, and I don't really want to be offering somebody 12 weeks counselling because I can't always guarantee I'm going to make it. So therefore, I prefer not to. But if somebody that just wants somebody to talk to very briefly, I can hop on that and sort that out quite quickly. And I really enjoy doing it because you're seeing people that you wouldn't ordinarily see. Most people that want to see me come through the rehab or come through privately or whatever the circumstances are. But generally, it's not through the charity. And it's so varied in the charity, and it's quite exciting, some of the work that you've got offered. And we see kids as well. We see a lot of children, a lot of kids. We've just done our audit, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
Did you pick up how many kids were seeing?
Yeah, it was a big number. Yeah, it was a big number this year, which is fantastic, to be honest. I mean, sad at the same time that so many people need that support, but it's great that we've been able to kind of fill in the gaps there where, people need support. And it's also on a, it's a huge range of issues. It's from bereavement to relationships to bullying to online stuff. So, yeah.
There's a lot of that nowadays, isn't there?
Well, do you know what? I had a recent situation myself where we've had to make a complaint about something, and it's been going on for over a year now. And this organisation, which I won't name who they are because it's still ongoing, but, you know, they've pushed us from pillar to post all the time and then said, oh, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. And then it's then that bit where you say, we will do this. Fine. Can you come and do it then, please? And then they don't. And then you've got another member from the same company saying something else. And this person on the phone was just really aggressive. And I went, you're just bullying us. And that's not, don't you call me a bully. I said, I didn't say you are a bully. I said, you're bullying. The company is bullying us. And it's not okay. You can't do that to human beings. But it's almost become acceptable that people can push people that hard. And I don't know why. Do you find that at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I think people have become a lot more demanding because everybody expects everything now and instant. Yeah. It's, you know, everybody expects you therefore to jump and to do things now and instantly. But I think I've learned actually in probably the last 6 months or so that actually just give it 10 minutes or write that reply to that email, but don't send it straight away. Yeah. Let's leave it an hour. Let's leave it even a day and send it tomorrow, because there's two trains of thoughts there. One is, if you reply in haste, are you saying what you really mean? But also, if you reply straight away, the next time there's a problem or the next time they need you or want you or whatever, they expect you to reply instantly as well. And I've known it. I've had it in my head for a long time, but I've only really put it into practice probably in the last 6 months. You know, I absolutely despise it when people send me an email and the subject is urgent, high priority. And, you know, their email is, I need this, I need that, and it's urgent and it's high priority. And I think 9 times out of 10, it's usually something that probably could have been raised weeks and weeks ago. It's on them that it's now urgent and high priority because they've left it so long. The times where actually, you know, it genuinely is urgent, I'll jump on it, no problem. But when you purposely have left it and left it and left it, and now it's urgent, I sort of think that's more of a you problem than a me problem. I will try and help anyone as much as I can, but the first thing is to help yourself.
And you saying that about leaving emails, I think there's a positive to that. And I completely agree with you. You know, it's like you order something online and you expect it there the next day, which is crazy.
Even the same day. I mean, Amazon now does a lot of same-day delivery.
Do they really?
Yeah. Probably not quite for you because you're out in the sticks, but I don't always get the option, but I probably get the option once or twice a week. On odd days, I'll get same-day delivery as an option.
See, and that is that instantness, isn't it? Yeah. And what I do now is I write an email and I will get somebody else to check it. We've always done that at work, get somebody to check the email before it goes out. Just because, like you said, sometimes you can come from the emotional side, which isn't always necessarily the appropriate place to come from. But also, you can reflect on it. I think that's always a positive thing. I actually don't necessarily want things instantly. I quite like the fact that I've got to wait. I mean, for me to go to the shops, it takes me to get to a proper big shopping. Well, I've got to go to Bristol.
Yeah.
40, 50 minutes, depending on what day.
Yeah.
I had it the other day where I was doing a food shop. And I quite often use Ocado because usually they've got the most available slots. And I went onto the app at about 11 in the morning on Monday, bank holiday Monday, on there about 11 a.m. and I was being offered a delivery slot for 6 o'clock that night.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, this is amazing, like literally amazing. So I now don't have to leave the house, I don't have to go to the shop. It takes me a good 20, 30 minutes to get to a shop. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to go to the shop today, and I'll pay the £5 service fee or whatever it is for them to deliver. And I was having
I'm surprised that fee hasn't gone up with all the fuel.
I mean, same fees. We've actually now put a surcharge on our fuel.
Wow.
I think the company's paying an extra £800 a week just in fuel.
How do they live with that? It's so...
Well, we can't. So we have to pass it on.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the customers are aware.
Well, they've got no choice, really. We're all in the same boat, aren't we?
Yeah.
Literally all in the same boat. But I think what's interesting is people talking about holidays. And I was talking to somebody saying, I've booked a holiday and I'm not sure we're going to be going and stuff like that. And I went, why not? The airlines are still working. Yeah. Just because the newspapers are telling us that they're cancelling all the flights. Well, I know a lot of people that travel. William goes to America. He's on his way now. And it's like, they've not had flights cancelled. Do you know anybody who's had their flight cancelled?
No, anyone's had their flights cancelled. Flight prices, though, are pricey at the moment.
Well, they've got no choice. Then,
No, I agree. But they seem to have
escalated.
I've not booked flights for a while, but they seem to have gone up a substantial amount of money, not like a couple of £100.
Yeah.
Like £200.
Ibiza, we've just booked to go to Ibiza because Wills is playing in Ibiza next, is it July? In July. And they were no more expensive. In fact, they were cheaper than what they've been before. And the accommodation is exactly the same price as it's always been. It's no more, no less. If you see what I'm saying. So I think it's just certain destinations are probably a little bit more. Or what they're trying to do is put you off.
Yeah, there is.
And then if you put you off, then they don't have to put that flight out, which is saving them money. I don't know. I mean, I'm not on the board there, but I'm sure there is an element of that in that situation. But
it's also about balancing the stock market, isn't it? Around, if they cancel flights, therefore their company's going to make less profit, which means they're going to be worth less on the stock market. So they've almost got to take a bit of a hit to make slightly less profit to still look good. It's that sort of balance. We've also got to remember that a lot of the Middle East is closed at the moment, so there's less flights going to places like Dubai and Qatar. So therefore, effectively, there's more fuel available for other flights. Maybe.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
I didn't either.
It is funny, isn't it, when you look at that and you've got three people's perspectives here.
Yeah.
And we've all got different experiences, and it is just that it highlights that value of having conversations with people instead of isolating yourself at home and being on your own and just thinking your own thoughts are right or wrong or whatever.
And believing what you see on Facebook.
Well, I go on Facebook occasionally because I forget. I think, I best do that, but I don't do. I've got a business one. I think I don't really do a lot on it.
Facebook or Instagram, they're all
Instagram,
the same.
I'm the same. I look at Instagram once a day, and that's about it. I don't really post anymore. I just repost everything for the charity and will. And other than that, I don't really post anymore. I think I got offended by something that somebody said to me once, and I thought, do you know what? Go away. I nearly used a really bad language then, but I just don't like, and I don't like when people are not very kind to people. I think it's just not nice. So do you do Facebook every day?
Not every day.
You're very active on the charity's Facebook page. I've noticed. You always like things.
I mean,
it's great.
And we love
a lot
that.
of things automatically come up on the top of my phone.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that. I don't do notifications.
Facebook and Instagram, I get notifications from all the charity stuff.
Yeah.
Most of my friends. So if something pops up, I will have a look.
Yeah.
Sitting in a hotel room, I've got bugger all else to do.
No, I agree.
I almost find it odd when I don't see that Edmund Barnes has liked it. I'm like, is he all right today?
So tell people about how they could sponsor your partner and names, rank, serial number, all of that stuff, please.
I have absolutely
You have no idea. Do you know, Mike? Because I sent it all to you.
I'm not sure.
I did send it to you.
Apart from going onto my Facebook page and clicking on the link, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, honestly.
I'm not technical.
Did you repost it? I'm sure
I did, but it would have been a while ago.
You need to keep reposting that.
Look, yeah.
I don't do this social media at all. So she's definitely going up Ben Nevis. She's doing something else as well, isn't she?
She's also going to do the South Coastal Walk.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's in July or something.
Wow, that's a big walk.
I don't think she's doing all of it. I think they're doing about 70 or 80 miles.
That's a big walk.
It's still a big walk, yeah.
So where's she going from to, or to from? You don't know.
No.
So tell her to come on the podcast. We need to speak to her.
It'd be great to get her on the podcast, actually, because then she can
maybe
tell us all
after she's
about
done
it.
it.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't confirm or deny that one.
She's somewhere
Legal reasons.
She's somewhere in. It's got to be Exmoor down, isn't it? Because the South Coastal Walk starts in Minehead, doesn't it?
Yes, I believe it does.
And then it goes towards Porlock.
Yeah.
Porlock Weir.
I think they're either doing...
Or are they going down?
Ideford?
Yeah.
I think they're doing that sort of area of it.
Okay.
If memory serves me, which it probably doesn't.
Over what length of time?
I think over 4 or 5 days.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired thinking about it.
But she's now talking about the north coastal walk
Yeah.
next year, which is
That's rugged.
over God knows how long.
I think that's really long, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to pick the right time of the year to do that one.
Yeah.
Blooming cold up there.
I mean, she's originally from up.
Oh, is she? Where's she originally from?
Skye.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So mum still lives up there.
Wow. Cheap holidays then, is it?
Not at the moment because of the fuel.
Do you fly if you go up there, or do you
No, we
drive?
drive.
You drive, yeah. And then get the ferry across, or do you have to fly? How do you get to
no,
Skye?
you can drive over the bridge.
can
now.
you?
There's a bridge.
Oh, I hate going on boats, so that would suit me fine.
Yeah, no, it's it used to be like the old Wales Bridge where you had to pay,
Yeah.
but now I think they've paid it off, so you don't pay anymore. French company, I believe.
Is that how it works then? They get them to make the bridge. They charge you for using the bridge. Once the debt's paid, you then go for free.
I believe so.
The idea, yeah.
If it
And
works.
that Wales one must have been in a profit.
I don't know. It was constantly busy, wasn't it? And very expensive for people. It annoyed me that I had to pay to go into Wales, but didn't have to pay to come out.
Yeah.
It is strange. So what's your plans for the future?
To live a calm life where I don't hurt people, family. No stress. I don't want stress in my life. Done all that.
Yeah.
Got the T-shirt. To live life on life's terms, really.
Yeah.
Try not to make too many waves.
How old are you now?
Ooh, 57.
You've got another 10 years before you retire.
Good luck with that one.
It is though, isn't it?
It's
Is your 67 when you go?
I believe so.
Do you think they're going to change that again?
I don't think I could probably afford to retire, to be honest.
I think mine's about 79.
Shh. Really?
I don't know, probably. Who knows?
I'm in retirement. They've worked it out since you started working. Obviously, I've only really started working for the last 14 years.
Wow.
So
What did you do for finances before then?
whatever I had
Beg,
to.
borrow and steal?
Yeah, pretty much. So, I've only really got the nest egg that I've built up in the last 14 years.
Yeah.
Same with I never used to invest in pensions or anything. There was an opt-out clause. I'd take that all the time, so I had more money for drugs.
Mind you, I never had a pension until I obviously paid my national insurance, but I didn't start my own pension. I got a private pension about 10 years ago. I didn't have a pension before that because I couldn't afford it. Dave always had a pension because he had one through companies. But we have always encouraged our kids to have one. I encouraged you to get one as well, didn't I? Just best way to protect yourself.
I mean, the job I'm in at the moment, I can see myself doing that until I physically can't do anything anymore. Picking up a bag of rubbish, putting it in the back of the van and driving home.
It's not difficult.
I think I could do that.
I've got this image of how is your van closed? Is where you sit closed?
Yes.
So you don't have to put up with any horrible smells if there's...
any smells. It's segregated in the back as well.
Oh,
so
is it?
You have your offensive waste and your clinical waste. And we do air fresheners.
Oh, right, okay.
So if I want to put 6 in my cab, I can.
Yeah, okay. Just to make it smell a bit
Yeah.
nicer.
But I'm one that always drives with the window down and the heating on anyway.
Do you?
Yeah. Even in the winter. Obviously not heating in the summer, but I like the window down.
I like the top down on my car. I don't like the window down. What do you like?
I don't have a top, so can't comment on that one.
No.
But do you have your window down?
Depends on which vehicle I'm in.
See, his obsession's cars at this moment in time.
How many have you got now?
That's a good question.
He doesn't ever want to answer these when he's in front of me. And when he got his latest car, I didn't know he was going to get it. And it was like sneaked in the back door. In fact, the last 2 have been sneaked in the back door.
Yeah, that
haven't
is
they?
true, actually. Yeah, they've been... I've arrived here and parked them around the corner so you can't see them.
And then we always go out and they go, oh, what are we driving today then? I'd have more cars. I would collect. Yeah, I think I would. I'd probably have a different car, another car. Same. You got enough? I've got enough, but it'd be...
Well, I've got my car, my own van, and then I've got the work van.
Oh, and that's just greedy.
And obviously she's got a car too, so...
Blimey.
What's your personal van for?
Yeah, I had it to begin with when I was doing property maintenance. See, I needed a van for that, and I've kept it ever since. It's sort of turned into a little camper. I think last year I did 300. When I went for the MOT, he's like 300 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's worth keeping that one then.
But I love it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got a car that I did about 30 miles in last year, and I should probably sell it.
Yeah, but it was off the road as well, wasn't it?
No, it's been... to be fair,
It was off
actually.
the road
I
at the
didn't get it
beginning of
back
the year, and you didn't get back till later.
Got it back till in July, I think. I think it was July I got it back.
And we had the perfect weather for you to take that out, and you never did. I've never been in it. Oh, no, I sat in it once.
I think you sat in it once, yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway, I'm conscious of time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been great. Hopefully you can come back and tell us more stories and excitement.
Bring the other half next time.
Bring the other half and do a duo.
Do a duo.
Yeah, do a
Why
duo.
not?
We've got extra cameras and extra
I think
mics.
she's coming into the house to do her first show.
Oh, is she? Yeah. Oh, lovely. That'd be nice.
Which will be nice.
Thanks for coming on. We do
welcome.
appreciate it. We're welcomed by you.